Hi, welcome to That Telugu family. Today we are going to learn what idli is and how to make it. Idli is a South Indian delicacy that is steaming hot, fluffy and served with chutneys. Idlis are a great low-calorie breakfast option. Idli requires mainly two ingredients. The first is urad dal. It's also called black gram. The reason this is looking white is because it's skinned. The second main ingredient to make idli is rice. In this case, I'm taking a coarsely ground rice called rava. To make the batter, you start by soaking a cup of urad dal overnight. And this urad dal is what adds the protein component. And for each cup of urad dal, you take 2 cups of idli rava. Now let's wash these under the water and then soak them with plenty of water. Wash the urad dal thoroughly a couple of times by scrubbing them and drain the water. When it comes to rava, you don't have to wash it. Just make sure it's all completely under water and let it soak overnight. Now I'm going to let these sit overnight or about at least for 6 to 7 hours and then come back in the morning to grind them. Now let's check how they look after soaking overnight. See, they have swollen up after absorbing all the water and they're ready to be ground. And even the rava has absorbed water and swollen up. So let's keep this aside while we grind the urad dal. Now this is called a countertop wet grinder. It's very commonly used to make idli and dosa batters in South Indian households. So to this you add the water and then the urad dal and let it grind for about 25 minutes. If you don't have a wet grinder, you can also blend this in a regular blender, but it's not going to come out as fluffy. So if you blend it in a blender, you need to let the batter sit overnight so it ferments. If you grind it using a wet grinder, you don't necessarily need to ferment it because it's already aerated through the grinding process. After 25 minutes of grinding, the urad dal is now ground into a smooth paste. And to this, drain all the excess water on the idli rava and then just add the soaked rava to the grinding batter. Let this grinder run for another couple of minutes for everything to combine. After letting it all combine for a couple of minutes, you can stop the grinder and take the batter out into a storage container. This batter can stay in the fridge for 1 to 2 weeks and you can use it for a lot more preparations other than idli. See, the batter must be in this consistency. Don't add too much water, but at the same time, don't keep it too dry. You want it just right, so the idlis will turn out soft and fluffy. Now, idlis are traditionally made in molds that look like these. So, grease these plates either with oil or ghee. Now, take a small amount of batter, add some salt to it and adjust the consistency with water if necessary. Now pour this batter into the idli molds, and these molds typically come in a set of 4 or 6 that can be stacked one on top of each other. You take this mold and put it in a large vessel with a little bit of water on the bottom, just like you would use Instapot in a pot-in-pot method, and then cover it, steam it for about 10 minutes and turn off the heat. After 10 minutes, let it sit for another few minutes so it continues to cook with the steam, and then after about 12 to 15 minutes, you can open this up, take the mold out and serve your idlis. Look at those fluffy, white, steaming idlis, and they've turned out super soft and yummy to eat. Since we have greased the plates, the idlis come out easily. Take a spoon and scoop these out, just like that. And I have made peanut chutney to go with this. I'll show you how to make peanut chutney on another video. I found that the secrets to soft idlis is the right proportion of 1:2 from urad dal to rice, and then letting the grain soak for at least 6 to 8 hours. Having a finely ground idli rava also helped make the idlis softer. If you enjoyed watching this video, hit a like and don't forget to subscribe to That Telugu family for more.